What's up, world? It's your girl, Stacey Adams. Today is Tuesday, December 28th, and I am broadcasting live, of course, from the control center, the command room, aka my dining room table. I have like a whole slew of videos that I wanted to do this week while I'm on vacation, but due to sheer laziness, I've like rarely been able to get up off my couch and just enjoying watching on demand and whatnot. But there was one that I figured I'd go ahead and do now because I was bored. So these are the top things that I learned in 2010. The list was originally 10 things, but I had a couple of honorable mentions or whatever that I wanted to throw in there too. So I guess it's more than 10. Well, it is more than 10, but I'm gonna do my list. So again, these are the top things that I've learned in 2010 in no particular order. Okay, so here's one. Ameren does not disconnect you on the weekend. Write that down so that you know that. If you have a bill that is due with Ameren and it's due on a Friday, okay, let's say it's due on Friday, and you can't pay that bill on Friday, Ameren don't come out on weekends to disconnect. So you got until Monday morning to make that payment. That's just so you know. Just know that well. Two, iced tea goes bad if you leave it sitting out. What's that? So if you get a jug of iced tea from like Lee's or Arby's or something like that, and you leave it sitting out, it goes bad. You don't want to know why I know that. Three, I don't care what AAA tells you. You can ride on a spare tire over 55 miles per hour and for over 50 miles. I had a donut on my car for like 5 months. Like real talk. Like 5 months I had a donut on my car and I was rolling. I rolled from St. Anne to O'Fallon every day on the highway, byways, and whatnot. I drove to the south side. I drove to the north. I drove to the West County. I drove, like I said, to O'Fallon, downtown, Soulard, everywhere on the spare tire, and I kept it moving. The only reason I don't have that spare on my car right now is because I caught a flat on another tire, and I couldn't. Yeah, I was out of spares, so I had to go buy new tires. Next, um, okay, this is really for people who live in apartment complexes, but I guess it's for everybody. If you run out of toilet paper and you end up having to use paper towels, um, don't use Bounty because it is the quilted quicker picker upper, and it will clog your toilet. And maintenance gets mad if they have to come to your house more than once a week to unclog your toilet. So that's something everybody should know. Did you know? And here's another. Did you know that if you mix Captain Morgan and 7 Up together, it tastes like cream soda? Write that down. That's important. That's very important that people should know that's what happens. Also, did you know that Jack in the Box has cheesy fries now? That's something important that I learned in 2010. Jack in the Box has cheesy fries, and they were open all day all day Christmas Eve, Christmas, and they'll also be open all day New Year's Eve and all day New Year's Day. So while everybody else was out and their people was at home with their families, the good folks over at the Jack in the Box were open and slanging cheesy fries for me. Okay? So those are some of my honorable mentions. So let me get in my top 10. Number 10, and this is kind of going like as the year went on, things that I learned. First thing that I learned, unfortunately, in 2010 is that dudes will hate on you so quick, especially as a female. Long story short, I had a guy that I was dating or talking to, or we were together, or whatever the hell it was you want to call it. I'm not gonna put his name out there, Mike. But me and him were together, and then I started doing New Lane Radio. I started doing that, and I was so excited about it, and I was so happy. And I remember my debut night that I was on the show, I posted it on his Facebook wall, like, hey, make sure that you tune in. Dude straight got mad. Someone I was trying to steal his friends and followers and everything because he had his own thing going on that he was trying to do, and I was trying to, harp in on him. Fuck you and your friends. How about that? Because it's like, I mean, I'm supposed to be your chick. I'm supposed to be your gal, and you got an issue. You hating on me because of that? Bitch, boo bye. Like, no. So niggas will hate on you real quick. Like, some dudes hate to see you shine. There's chicks that are like that too. But to me, I think it's more hateful for, like, I expect another woman to hate on me. I expect it. That's what's going to happen. Women are taught to be in competition with each other. But for a dude to hate on a chick because she's shining, Really? Is that what's out in the streets? Is this what they doing? Kill yourself. Um, Next thing, number 9, I hate the radio. Period. I said this a year ago and I'm saying it again. Last year, last August 2009, I stopped listening to the radio after a mix was done early in the morning. It was like the Throwback Thursday mix, and the DJ mixed Pocket Full of Stones with a Soldier Boy song. And I said, that's it. I turned off the radio, and that's it. It's like the few times I've had to listen to the radio because my iPod was dead or something in the car. It's amazing to me the garbage that is on the radio and what gets played over and over and over again, and how for years that's all I listened to was the radio. I was completely brainwashed by the garbage that was out there. People get some CDs or an iPod or write letters or do something. Only we can stop this. This has to end. The unnecessary dumb shit that gets played on the radio. It's just horrible. It's like, oh my God, please stop. Just this is just bad. Um, Number 8, women are really serious about natural hair and relaxers. Know that. When I relaxed my hair, I lost some followers on Twitter. Real talk. And I was like, I was joking about it that would happen, but I didn't realize it really would happen. Or now people that are seeing me, oh my God, Stacey, you relaxed your hair. Why did you do that? Because I wanted to relax it. But the chemicals in your head, what about them? What about the chemicals in my head? I'm just saying, like, oh my God, you didn't have to do that. I just can't believe what happened to the fro. I got tired of the dyke fro. I was over it. I moved on. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. And then last night, I watched Good Hair last night on demand. And again, just like tripping off of like how really women really take the natural hair thing to like the extreme. It's like, dang, like, wow. Like, I don't hate myself. I don't hate my culture. I don't hate kinky hair or whatever it is the black folks want to call it, since evidently saying the word nappy is uncouth. Whatever you want to call it, I don't hate any of that. I didn't want an afro anymore. I didn't want twist anymore. I didn't want to get locks. I wanted my hair in a different style. That's what I did. So maybe one day I might get locks if that's the style I want. I'm lying. I'm not going to do that. That's too permanent. But I could. It's just hair. Shit. I just got mad thinking about it. Here's one. Number 7. Sex is not all it's cracked up to be. I know some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. Yes, I'm a Scorpio. Okay. Yes, I am not a virgin, simply put, in case my mother is watching this, but she knows that. So, but here's the thing though. I decided a year ago, the end of last year or whatever, to not have sex anymore. And I'm not going to lie, there are days where I'm about to, break everything in this house because I'm losing my mind. However, I don't focus on it. And I think that's the big thing. I think people focus on how long it's been since the last time, and excuse me, and oh, I got to do this and I got to do that. It's not that serious to me. It's not. I've been able to focus on more things, and you learn a lot about someone when you take sex off the table. There are guys that I've met. There's guys that I've attempted to date. But when they find out that sex is not, on the menu, then all of a sudden the calls don't come as much. The text messages stop. They don't want to kick it as much because their whole goal of whining and dining you has just totally been blown out the window. Doesn't matter what you buy me or what's going to happen. That doesn't mean that you're going to get something else. And simply put, I mean, like I said, this is my decision. I'm not encouraging everybody else to do it. But think about it, though. How many times have you given it away to someone who was really unworthy of it? When, immediately afterwards or weeks afterwards or whatever, and you say to yourself, man, I just cannot believe that I did that. I can't believe I had sex with that guy and he ain't called or he ain't done this or whatever the hell happened. And it's like, why not wait it out? Why not give it to someone who's actually worthy? Why not do that? Just a thought. I mean, you could. I mean, it's like we make people wait for the dumbest stuff, but we don't make them wait for something that's really important. So that's my little something right there. Next, check off the list. I have a love-hate thing for Twitter. All right? Like, I love Twitter to a certain extent because Twitter Twitter is fun a lot. I love the trending topics. I love all of that. However, another thing is with Twitter is that people act like Twitter is like so much better than Facebook. I like Facebook because I like the interaction. I love the communication there. I like that I can post a status and I get people's feedback. And I know that I like that I got 420 characters to get my point across. I like that. Twitter is fine. Twitter is fun, but people act like that they was never on Facebook. Like, oh my God, just like people, it's the new thing because in a couple of weeks or in a couple of a year or so from now, when it's not Twitter anymore, then what you gonna be doing? Like before we had Facebook, what were we on? Black Planet, MySpace, or whatever. And now, oh, MySpace is so boring. Now I'm on Facebook. Oh, Facebook is so boring. Now I'm on Twitter. And then like a couple of years from now, it's gonna be something else. So it's like we're dogging Facebook so much. Like your page ain't still up there, or like you ain't kicking, or it's so much drama on Facebook. Well, delete some people. You ain't gotta be friends with everybody. This is not kindergarten. This is not your sleepover where you gotta invite everybody to be your friend so that you be cool on Monday. Fuck that. You don't have to do that. Um, Next, always follow your first mind. Okay? Real talk. And I really don't know how to put it any other way. Always follow your first mind. If your first mind tells you to do something or don't do something, do it. If you're driving and you take a shortcut like I tend to do, I take shortcuts all the time and end up lost. If your first mind tells you get off on Mason Road, get off on Mason. Do not try to keep moving on and say, nah, I think I'm gonna get off on Timberlake. No, go ahead and get off on Mason, because if you get off on Timberlake, guess what? You're gonna be lost out of white people land and you don't know where you're going. Always follow your first mind, because there's nothing worse than you regretting something that you did and being able to say, I knew I shouldn't have done that. My mind told me I should have done this. You should have listened to your mind. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. So listen to your first mind. Um, 4, because I think I got 12 minutes. I got 3 minutes to wrap this up. 4, friends are very valuable. I've learned this year that like a lot of my friends, a lot of my newer friends have come through for me like tremendously in times of need. And I shout out all of my friends. I love my ham radio family. I love my old friends. I love all my new friends. Sometimes friends come through when family can't. And sometimes when you need that shoulder to lean on, friends are the ones that are really there for you. So, like, I mean, real talk, not to be all mushy and everything, but it's like, if you have some people in your life that really mean a lot to you, let them know that or whatever, because you just don't know when you won't be able to tell them that, that how much they mean to you. Number 3, God don't like ugly. Remember that. Remember in Color Purple when Stingley told Mister, everything you've done to me already been done to you? Let's just say in my life there are a couple of people who have done me wrong or put me in some bad situations, and now they asses are suffering. God don't like ugly. So, you look good struggling now with your whack ass because you fucked around with other people, and, now you're all bad. So, God don't like ugly. Sorry. Number 2, hoes are out here winning. Period. The hoes is winning, the good girls is losing. It's a battle right now between the ladies and the hoes, and the hoes are winning 67-0. It's all bad out here. It's the 2-minute warning, the coach is screaming foul them. It's just all bad. Hoes is out here winning. So in 2011, I think I'm going to start hoeing. I think the celibacy thing is over with, and I'm going to start hoeing because the hoes is winning. And I have a whole nother blog about that, about why I believe that hoes are winning shortly. I'll do that maybe later on tonight. And number 1, and I wonder if y'all can see this on my chicken scratch. Am I right? Can you see it? Number 1, let that boy cook. Period. Let that boy cook. The term "let that boy cook" comes from Lil B, the bass god, Swag. And if you're not really familiar, just know that there are different types of chefs in this world. You got your top chef, you got your master chef. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I'm a master chef. But at the end of the day, when I say let that boy cook, to me, it's just let that boy do what he is doing. If he's preaching, if he's speaking, if he's rapping, go ahead and just let that boy cook. Let him cook. Why won't y'all let that boy cook? Let him cook. Just let him do him. Let him be him. Let him do him. So I'm about 14 minutes and 35 seconds now. I'm about to go. Follow me on Twitter, TheStaceyAdamz, STACEYADAMZ. Ham Radio, right now we're on vacation. We'll be back very soon. Very, very, very soon. I hope that you all missed us as much as we missed you. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year and deuces.